In 2006, a thread was set up on 2channel. My ancestors may be a terrible person. The old documents found by the original poster depicted the demons eating humans. 2channelers have analyzed this document one after another. After that, they will be afraid of the truth that will gradually reveal.
When I was cleaning the Buddhist altar yesterday, some old documents came out. One of them was a document that the demons seem to be eating humans. If I look closely at it, one of the demons says the name of my ancestor. I'm really scared.
OP said that it could not be deciphered because of the old letters. He asked the 2channelers to decipher. This old document depicted the demons eating humans. Eat. Human. You can read from the letters that the demons were eating humans. The 2channelers were afraid of the fact that the ancestors of the OP were eating humans.
It was the first time in 200 years that I moved the Buddhist altar, so that document may have left. After all, you can read eating humans.
2channelers could easily decipher the word eating humans. But they couldn't read any other characters. Some people were very scared because they were simple pictures, or those who were scared to see it. OP answered that it was okay because it was not a real picture. 2channelers asked where the OP lives. They advised the OP to ask those who know this document for details. OP replied that he lives in the mountains of Nagano Prefecture. He wants to ask his grandfather later, but he felt something scary. Isn't it a picture of a famine? 2channelers said. They said they could read, this village, eat, human, and customs. Their decoding revealed that the document was written as July 7, Bunsei. Bunsei is one of the Japanese era and refers to the period from 1818 to 1830. OP said that the name of his ancestors was written on the right. Yo, Eamon. He said that only the names of his ancestors could be read in old letters. One of the 2channelers has made a hypothesis. The ancestors of the OP have the habit of eating human, and they painted them to leave it for posterity. OP said that the hypothesis was scary. On the back of the old document was a picture that practiced drawing a demon. Why did the OP set up a thread early in the morning, 6:30? He answered the question. I was tired yesterday, so I fell asleep. I got up early this morning and decided to find out the documents. 2channelers have deciphered more characters. Eating, humans, garden. In addition, they suggested 2channelers who are familiar with ancient, ethnology, and mythology to decrypt. May I be on TV? One person was expecting. 2channelers have deciphered letters one after another. These characters have been found newly found. No-go. Slaughtered the travelers. The fear of the 2channelers increased by the mystery of the old document. 2channelers asked the OP to see if there were any other bags and documents.
This document came out from the bottom of the Buddhist altar. The Buddhist altar is quite heavy, so I think the documents were probably included when the Buddhist altar was installed. Grandpa woke up, so I asked this. He said that the river flowing in the center of the village was flooding, and the year of poor harvest has been going on for years. According to the local history, there was a flood in Bunsei 5 years. I asked him about the paintings of an old document, but he didn't know at all. Grandpa says, isn't this a peasant suffering from famine?
2channelers have been considering based on new information. Did they kill and eat travelers because the poor harvest continued? OP's grandfather may not know. Even if he knows, it may be a forbidden phrase. In the Edo period, people at the time sometimes ate people after famine and the war. A living person? Perhaps. I've heard that soldiers ate prisoners during the war. Why are the people eating people so ugly? After all, was the act of eating people a contraindication? 2channelers who do various considerations. As their doubts became clear, their fears increased. Their consideration continues. If the ancestors of the OP have a habit of eating people, will they draw themselves like a monster? I think so. I think the other people drew them as a monster. OP responded to this. It seems that his ancestor village was like the head of the area. Two channelers said that the OP was a terrible person inheriting the demon's blood. Some people guessed that his grandfather was hiding something. Isn't the person who is eaten the size of a child? On the other hand, the description of the eaters and the people to be eaten is too different. Obviously, people who are eaten are drawn like ordinary humans. In other words, did the person who drew a picture recognize that the people who were eating were not a human? In this way, the two channelers also inferred from the details of the picture. Creeping pictures, difficult characters, the truth that is guessed from them. They were drawn into the story of the OP. Like you watching this video now. Grandpa, it's about this picture. I don't know. Did they have a habit of eating people? Not.
It was exactly that. And he said last. It's not a good picture, so don't show it to others. Discard it as soon as possible.
Some said. I read it in the past, and it seems that there are people who are famous in history and liked eating people. Everyone seems to have called the person a demon. I look for that book. Two channeler asked the OP. Did the bones come out when you dig under your house or ghosts in your house? OP answered. I've never seen them, so far. And he remembered that there was a stone tower at the end of the cemetery. He said that the stone tower was written as a demon or something. Two channeler made a highly reliable hypothesis. They killed and ate travelers due to food shortages. They painted and left to memorialize travelers. Other hypotheses have also appeared. Isn't this picture a scary story of a commandment that if you break the rule, you'll be eaten by the demon? So the local head drew, and the document was stored in his family. While the analysis group analyzed the ancient documents, a new character was created by the other two channelers. This is a character of a demon that eats humans, which is very similar to the original. They are really fast work. In this thread, the joy of the two channelers to meet interesting threads and the fear of eating humans' habits were mixed. OP asked his grandfather about the stone tower. It seems that the tower was written as a snake demon memorial service. It is unknown why it was made. Two channelers advised the OP not to ask his grandfather anymore, because they felt it was contraindicated to touch on that. Then the grandfather went to the field without eating breakfast. Some said that it was good in the morning. He was really afraid. In the meantime, the consideration of the picture was advanced. The human being eaten by the demon is realistically depicted, but the demon is caricature. Moreover, I'm afraid that the name of a human is written on the demon. The demon may have been awe for the villagers at the time. Finally, the part of the character's name has been analyzed. Yo, Eamon. This is the name of the ancestor of OP. Kichimen. Sakyabe. Kisako. Sukazemen. OP uploaded photos of other documents. The two channelers who liked the mystery were happy like a child who got sweets. According to the OP, all of this document seems to be related to ground. When their excitement was growing, the OP said he would go to the stone tower. After a while the OP returned to the thread. He lost his cell phone on the way to the stone tower. He couldn't take a picture, but he wrote down the words on the stone tower. On the front side of the stone tower was a snake memorial service, and on the back side, Koshin Nen. OP asked two channelers what Koshin Nen was. Immediately, they looked up about it. And they found that it represents the age. The age to show was 1824, which matched the age written in the ancient documents. Old documents and stone tower. The age of the two matches, and the truth is approaching. The excitement of the two channelers has reached its peak. And the OP showed another photo to them. It's too bad. This is bait. Two channelers were very exciting for the very high quality bait of the OP. I'm jealous of your talent. This is a magnificent bait that remains in history. This thread was full of comments that praised the OP. The OP published a photo that hid his face and began revealing. According to the OP, the paper was actually 200 years ago. So many people were deceived. He got a paper when repairing the house sliding door. The sentence he wrote was sloppy and almost meaningless. The bait of the OP was so great that everyone was proud to have been deceived. Finally, OP showed a satisfactory situation and left the thread. It could be said that it was perfect. A little fear, the mystery that gradually revealed, many people were drawn into these. Like you who watched this video to the end. I have a request at the end. Be careful not to reveal the ending of this story in the comments section so that many people enjoy it. If you think it was interesting, please press the good button and subscribe to my channel.